a huge finding has been jealousy when there have been studies done around this. For me, I always enjoy doing research to understand patterns and tendencies. And the number one tendency for why you don't have the opposite sex friends when you are in a relationship is that tendency for jealousy, right? And that stems from insecurity. Understandably, right? It is really hard. Do you think that I wasn't insecure when we decided to take our relationship from being friends into being committed into a relationship? Of course, there are insecurities that arise when you would say, hey, I'm meeting one of my female friends to do this or that. Yeah, of course, it's a human thing for it to arise. But the beautiful thing that you are presented with as a gift from that is the opportunity to, instead of for me to make it your issue to deal with, is to instead turn it inward and go, why am I feeling jealous? What is that showing me about me? Because if I do truly trust my partner and we are building something long-term here, then I have to trust that he means what he says to me and that we are in this together and that he doesn't have interest in his friend. If he had interest, they would have already been together. They would have already had their relationship going forward. He's choosing me. So what insecurity in me is making me feel jealous right now that he's choosing to go spend time with his friend? Well, that I have to deal with that. I have to make my way through that and understand it's baggage from my past where somebody may have cheated on me or something may have gone sideways, but that's not your baggage to hold. You didn't do to me what they did to me. So I have to navigate my way and put that baggage back in the past. And it's not fair to your friend either, who hasn't done anything to me. So why would I limit what your friend can do with you as far as a friendship? Like, all you guys wanted to do was go have coffee. And the jealousy in me wanted to say, well, why couldn't you have coffee at the house? I want to limit how you could see each other. Well, of course you can go see your friend, but you can see your friend under the guise of doing it where I can see you.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of we've been watching the Netflix show Nobody Wants This, right? In season 2, and Sasha, the character, his wife Esther, and Sasha became, we're friends. Spoiler ever really became more than that, right? I don't remember the
not
first
yet.
season. Yeah.
Who knows what happens, but not yet.
Yeah, but no spoiler alert or not. There's nothing happened, and as of right now in the series, there is some awareness of maybe Esther and Sasha might not be in the best position, but even prior to that, like Sasha and sister,
So sorry.
Yeah, we're friends, and Sasha's wife Esther became really, really jealous of their relationship, and just them even getting together. They weren't able to talk, or and then it kind of flowed into if they were able to talk, then it was only like she put a timer. It was like 2 minutes that they could talk and see each other, and she had to be like in visual space, and then she had to be aware of like all their text messages and all that kind of stuff. And it's just, that's how do you and that's not just from the female perspective. There are males who've done that with females as well, and so it just happened to be in this situation that was that. So I just want to make sure this is not like a one-sided approach.
Just an example.
Or even non-binary, or any relationship is not. This is not like I'm just giving this one example, but this is, it's I guess whether it's opposite sex or even same sex, it's like there's I think it all just comes back to what you were saying is we have to be allow the reality that we can't be everything for our partner. And that has to stem with does stem from insecurity. So there are friends, for example, your male friends or even female friends for that matter will be able to connect with you in ways that I never will be able to. And that doesn't make me less of a human being. That doesn't make me less of a person. That doesn't make me less of a partner. That just means that I'm viewing our relationship not from one piece of pie that we all just get. Okay, so if Amber's this piece and we all just get these pieces and I have to have the biggest piece, that comes from a lack or scarcity mentality. That comes from fear. You should be able to have as many pies as you want from each one of those friends because that's a lot of pies. I love pie. Like that sounds great. And I'm going to give you 100%.
Interesting analogy. Yeah.
I'm going to give you 100% of my pie, you know, and you're going to get different. Okay, maybe this is falling apart, but the point is that
it's definitely falling apart and going in a really weird direction.
I didn't realize it would be that weird in terms of it, but I think everyone can maybe get the point if you're listening that it's if we're only looking at it as one slice, I guess, and it's like one scarcity thing versus abundance, versus that when you're able to connect with other friends in ways that I will never be able to connect with you, that actually creates a better experience in life for you and allows you to become the best person that you can be, which then means I get to benefit from that.
Yeah, you
That's
get the
an
best
abundance.
version of me.
I get the best version of you instead of attempting to control and create this illusion that only I can fulfill something, which ends up being an empty void, which then creates resentment, which creates problems and miscommunication and fighting and all these other things that is this downstream from a simple understanding of fear versus abundance.
Yes.
So maybe that closes the loop a little bit better than my pies.
Yes, it definitely does. And it's exactly what a 2017 study out of Purdue University. And we will, again, I love, love, love research. So we're going to put a whole bunch of articles and links to different studies that we have. But there was a research study that occurred 2017 and from Purdue, and it found that couples who are willing to have the freedom within their relationship to have multiple diverse friendships were actually so much stronger and happier, and the relationships endured. They were long lasting and they endured. And they learned more about themselves and they learned more about each other.
Beautiful. It makes sense, right? I mean, again, I've never lived any of the lives that any of your friends have, and you've never lived any of the lives any of my friends have. So if there's a different perspective outside of what you and I talk about, it becomes expansive. It becomes something that allows greater perspective and expansion, which is, again, back to us being secure in our relationship, in what we have together, in the way that we communicate and connect and trust.